Good morning. I'm still not 150% back with my voice. However, I am 150% back with my recording. How are you? Hope that everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday. Hope that everybody else had a nicer week than I did. I pick a vacation week, right? It was a staycation week, spent some time with family, and it's not fun spending time with family while you're battling laryngitis. Anyway, I have some important points to go over. Let me just adjust my computer. Hope everybody's doing well. I have some really good ideas here, and I would consider them sort of like financial ingredients to give you the best possible outcome in any recipe, if you will, in a financial sense. All right. So, number one, of course, is to use the beautiful thing, this gift that we have, especially when we are younger. Use the availability of the extra time. Time is on your side. Literally, it sounds like a song. It was a song, but I'm not talking about the song. Okay, time is on your side because the time factor. This is a great opportunity to learn, to grow, to read, to watch, to ask questions. Not that you can't do that when you're even 50 or 60. Yes, that is always available. But when you have that extra time on your hands to invest and reinvest and begin that retirement funding, begin really working a good workable emergencies fund, of which I'll get to in a minute, and leverage your time as much as you can. Because when you leverage your time and leverage your income, don't just like do one thing only. Don't, okay, what do I mean by that? Don't just say, well, okay, I have this job and that's the only thing I have, and I'm not going to make anything else happen, and I'm going to just rely on that. That's a scary place to be, and it's a waste of extra time. Try to do things simultaneously. Example, a passive income with an active income, e.g., your working job. Okay, just saying, just saying. Find out what passive incomes work for you. So leverage your time. Next, if you're going to have accounts, why choose mediocre interest bearing accounts when you could take that same money, go search for a high yield account? I know people are afraid of maybe unavailability if they need to get into it, and that is not true. Look into it. I even did a specific video just about high interest bearing accounts, and right now the number is pretty decent. But this is as of this recording in the 4% range. As of this recording on this date in September of 2023. All right. Keep track of your expenses. Know your numbers. Is this the first time you've ever heard me say that? No, not really. It's not the first time you heard me say it. It's not the first time you're ever going to hear me say it again, or the last time, is what I'm trying to say. Isn't that what I'm trying to say? Tracking your expenses is very good. Why? Knowledge is power. Keeping well, I think I'm just not going to check things out or head in the sand approach to your numbers is a very, very bad thing to do. Ignorance is not always bliss. It could come back to bite in the future. Um, have several streams, multiple streams of income at the same time. Just imagine, let's think about this as an example, okay? Back in the old days, you open up some water. I'm going to talk about the really old days, okay? And it was ice cold. There was no hot water option. I know, unthinkable. It really is an unthinkable thought. But especially here. Not saying that doesn't happen elsewhere. Yes, it does. But over here, you could get hot water, you could get cold water. Okay, multiple streams of water. Okay, multiple streams of income. For example, a person, let's say that person has a quote, and I hate this terminology, real job. Okay, what that means is the standard cookie cutter 9 to 5. I don't. It's almost a euphemism today in my mind's eye, because this is the real world. People live more flexible lives. However, but the conventional 9 to 5 would be one way. Okay, uh, investments, return on your investments. That's another stream of income. Side gigs, side hustles. That is another stream of income. And that's a really good way to think, because putting all of your eggs in one basket is not smart. It is a scary place to be. Should a situation come up, and let's say that you relying on the standard cookie cutter, quote, real job, whatever that means, 9 to 5 thing. And that could go away in a New York heartbeat. I know it. I've been through it. I have friends who've been through it, and you could be the best worker in the world. Just saying, just saying. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. Open up your horizons. Trust that you are a talented person and you have a lot to offer. Ask yourself, what do you like to do? Are there things that you like to do? Some people, for example, are making a decent amount of money making thumbnails on like that Fiverr platform. There are so many opportunities. Say it is not like 40, 50 years ago where you're kind of like, Therefore, take advantage and create and have multiple streams of income as a backup. And it's a great way to what? Leverage your time. Just saying. Next, have an emergencies, not emergency, have an emergencies, plural, have an emergencies fund ready to go. What? Is it going to happen overnight? Especially if you have never started. So get started. It's just that simple. Get started. I can't figure that part out for you. You have to figure that part out for yourself. Let me see. Next, looking at your grocery stockpile at home, there's a psychological thing about being able to visibly look at your, you know, food stockpile, non food stockpile. It is like a mental assurance. It is like a mental security. Even if, like, on a scale to scale basis, you have not generated that year a great income, but you could look at your stockpile and know, hey, I feel a lot better about things because I know should X, Y, or Z happen, and trust me, there's always an X, Y, or Z that's going to happen. Just knowing that is there to be rotated and it is there for you. And this is something absolutely anyone can do. And it is okay to even sit down with the younger members in your family and explain the reasons why you and whomever, mom and dad, you do these things, so that there's a reason. This is why these shelves are filling up week in, week out. We face a lot of uncertainty, financially speaking, and I personally cannot control the uncertainties around me, but I certainly can control the lifestyle within me. So think about your little world, your little circle, and do everything that is totally best for your family and for yourself. That's just the way it works. That's just the way it works. Making sure and taking good care. I'm not saying do not be generous. I'm not saying do not be charitable. Absolutely, yes. And be sure to include being charitable as part of your lifestyle. That's very, very important. These are just important things. And the most important one of all, sometimes it gets skipped over. Some people really don't skip over it, and they are so right never to skip over it. Live below your means. If you cannot afford that shiny new penny right this minute, oh well, oh well, too bad, so sad. Oh well, do something to make it happen if it means that much to you, or learn how to say, it's a nice shiny penny, and I know that maybe one day I can get that nice shiny penny. But for now, I will still be working on the other essentials. Essentials are more important than worrying about obtaining bright, shiny, new penny. You know what I mean by that when I use that euphemism. What I'm saying in that euphemism is, whatever that object, that thing, want, that want. And of course, never forget good old separation of a want versus a need. There you go. All right, let's see what happens today. If my voice gets better for Sunday morning chat, I'll have one. If not, don't hesitate to share this if you like it. And that's very important because we can help other people. I thank everyone all the time for the support that you spend with this channel, whether it's viewing it, whether it's sharing it, or just enjoying it. That makes my day, it brightens my day. You brighten my day. Let's do what this lady does and never forget it. Hang on. Fantastic day. Take good care of yourself and your wonderful family.